Hey guys, I'm back with a new video today. Today we're going to be looking at Crusaders of Light versus World of Kings. I've been meaning to do this video for a long time, and a lot of people have been requesting me to make a video on this because I've been streaming a lot of Crusaders of Light lately, and you guys have been asking me which game you should get into, which game is better, and I hope I can answer all your questions today in this video today. Before we get into it, guys, make sure you guys follow my social, join my Discord channel. I just had a big renovation, you can call it, on my Discord channel. I got some help and it's looking really good, so you guys are welcome to join, and you can chat to me about or find other people to play with and so on the channel. So make sure you guys join. But now let's get right into this video. Now these games came out, I think Crusaders of Light came out in 2016 while World of Kings came out in like 2019, so it's a lot of difference in how in what engine and stuff they use. But what these both games have in common is their PvE. Now they're known for their PvE and their big raids, their challenging content, which requires coordination, good teammates, and good gear basically. And it's hard to find these games on mobile that does that, because most dungeons and so on that the games do come out with are very easy, very simple. And that's why these two games, they are way better than all the other MMOs when it comes to PvE. Now which one is better? Now talking about raids is, I will say both games have insanely fun and challenging and unique raids, but this one, Crusaders of Light, is better when it comes to raids. They started with 40-man raids and then 20-man, and now they're 10-man because of the population. But all the raids are super challenging. There's new fresh of airs, new raids all the time, and even for older players or newer players, there are raids that they can participate in, which can be both challenging and easy. Now Crusaders of Light have titles that award you once you complete the raid, if you're the first one to complete it, and they will receive exclusive titles. There's competition. While World of Kings, they have also really good raids. They have 20-man raids, that's the main focus is on 25-man raids, and they deliver. Some of them are challenging, some are not, but they're also restricted by only being able to do them once or twice a week. You can't keep challenging them. There's a 2-hour limit on them, so even though they're challenging, they're not as challenging as like Crusaders of Light raids. However, they have the population, they have the 20-man, 25-man population, and they have enough players to actually fill those raids. So that is my take on them. So Crusaders of Light definitely have the harder raids, but and it's good for new players and people that are playing. However, World of Kings do get updates more frequently than Crusaders of Light, and they release raids more frequently than Crusaders of Light. So it's like a take. What do you prefer? Do you want to see more raids, or do you want to challenge like very hard raids that will give you like exclusive titles? So that is about raids. Now also to keep in mind here is, once you complete a raid, after you do like raid the last 2 hours, you want to feel rewarded. Now Crusaders of Light does it a good way. Everybody gets loot once you completed it, and then you can bid on extra loot. While in World of Kings, you don't gain loot after doing a raid. You can bid on it in guild, but usually whoever has higher spender will win it, and you have a chance to get tokens which you can exchange for gear. So it's like I feel like Crusaders of Light is way more rewarding when it comes to raid once you finally complete it. Now the next subject is dailies. Now all MMOs have dailies. We hate them. So like, I don't think anybody likes dailies, and let's talk about who has like the best dailies and most fun dailies. Now Crusaders of Light have, probably the reason I quit was because of the dailies. They have really like time-consuming dailies. They try to like, in updates, they try to like make them less time-consuming. I mean, they're not really time-consuming, they're more AFK type of dailies, but they just feel time-consuming. They have something called trial quests they have to do to increase your level, increase your path DXP, to make sure that you can keep getting stronger and stronger skills, and you have to do them if you want to keep up, and they are really boring. And Crusaders of in World of Kings, however, they have something called like Overlords. Overlords can be fun, but also repetitive. But Overlords is what will reward you with like gear, so you can level up your gear and become a stronger player. So it is required more, I would say, to do dailies in the World of Kings and Crusaders of Light. However, the dailies are more fun, I feel like, in World of Kings than Crusaders of Light. So dailies wise, I would prefer the World of Kings raids. However, Crusaders of Light does have some fun weekly stuff you have to do, like hard different dungeons and different, like it's like Overlord but for raids instead, which is really cool. So they have so dailies wise, I would definitely prefer World of Kings over Crusaders of Light. Now let's talk about classes. Now both of these games are very unique when it comes to classes. They have a lot of classes. If you can take into account all the paths and stuff in Crusaders of Light and all the classes in World of Kings, I think they're both around like 30 classes each, which is insane for a mobile game. Now World of Kings did a great job in managing these classes in the early releases. All of the classes were super balanced, but now it's like one or the other class tops the other by far. However, there's a lot of options, a lot of healing options, a lot of tank options, a lot of DPS options in World of Kings. However, in Crusaders of Light, there's not too many healing options. You mainly have 1 or 2 healing options. You have some tank options, but mainly they're DPS options. And if you're a new player, you won't be able to focus on the DPS options. And Crusaders of Light had this problem from the start. From the start when it came out, the classes were already, like, some classes were stronger than the others, but World of Kings did a great job early, but now it's a little harder. Both games are at the same spot right now, where some classes are super strong and some classes can't keep up. So it's basically a give, like, you have to like decide what you prefer at this point in playing. Like, however, that makes me to my next subject, which is character customization. Now, in character customization, Crusaders of Light, since it came out many years ago, they don't have much character customization. You choose a class, and that class has a race that you have to play no matter what. So if you, I mean, you can change genders, but if you're like warrior, you have to change, like become like a barbarian. You can't be a different race, which is really unfortunate. That's why I prefer World of Kings when it comes to character customization. You can choose what race you want to be, and you can choose what class you want to be, and you customize just as you want. However, in Crusaders of Light, I must say they do have better looking outfits, better looking vanities, and the characters are better looking, and the graphics do look better on Crusaders of Light. But again, the character customization is very unfortunate, because if you like how your character looks, you might have to choose a different class, and you can't decide. Like, if you prefer character customization over choosing class, then you will probably go for a different class, basically. So that is where Crusaders of Light is lacking. So I would give that one to World of Kings. Now, when it comes to bugs and glitches, Crusaders of Light is a really old game, and World of Kings is actually very polished compared to Crusaders of Light. It's super polished. In my opinion, they have done a lot of things right in World of Kings, while in Crusaders of Light they have known for having a lot of bugs and glitches, like gem bug and some new bugs, and it's because of the old engine and not being able to fix them fast enough. The community, however, the community support is better in Crusaders of Light. It's really hard to reach support when it comes to World of Kings. They are not very vocal with how to reach the support and how you can get help. So that's about like bugs and glitches and support and stuff. Is like Crusaders of Light definitely has way more bugs and glitches than World of Kings. And it's also laggy too, like when it comes to like massive guild wars and stuff, and 40-man raids. That's why they stopped with 40-man raids. It was super laggy when you were doing them, so because the engine is really old. So definitely World of Kings is way better in that aspect. Noob friendly, like new player friendly. Now both games are new player friendly. If you're a new player and you want to play, you probably have to go with tank or healer in both classes, or a support class. In World of Kings would probably be Arc and Scholar, or support, or the support class in Crusaders of Light you have Tamer and I think some other class, but you'll have to go heal or tank if you want to be able to catch up. But as a new player, I would prefer Crusaders of Light, because they have a lot of raids that you can participate in as a new player and experience, while in World of Kings they remove old raids and you can only do like new and hard raids. It's really hard to catch up in my opinion. So new player friendly, I would prefer Crusaders of Light as a gameplay player. However, the population wise I would have to go World of Kings. So because the population is higher in World of Kings because it's a newer game and they're releasing new servers, while Crusaders of Light is an old game, they have a less population, but gameplay wise I would definitely prefer to play the Crusaders of Light game raids and dungeons than World of Kings. Now when it comes to weapons and stuff, legendaries, they're easier to obtain in Crusaders of Light. You can get them through a lot of things, item mall, leaf of eternities, raids, and like it's like you can get a lot of different type of legendaries in Crusaders of Light. While in World of Kings you will have one legendary weapon and it's super pay to win to be able to keep up and maintain that legendary weapon, unfortunately. But they have other gear options like overload gear, but when it comes to legendary, it's way more pay to win in World of Kings. Easier to gear up, I would say, in Crusaders of Light. Top up wise, Crusaders of Light has done a little bit better when it comes to top up. I mainly see like mounts and outfits and stuff, but there is a lot of other stuff that is pay to win, like crystals and so on, to be able to maintain and keep. Like both games are basically pay to win. There's not much I can say about that. You pick and choose, you know, pick your poison. Guild system, I like Crusaders of Light guild system better because I think you can have less guild members in there and easier to maintain. World of Kings is like a little bit all over the place. However, they have some cool guild wars and guild sieges and guild rankings and stuff, but Crusaders of Light also has it. However, when it comes to mass PvPs, World of Kings has a better engine, so it will run better. But when it comes to managing your guild and switching around and calling your guild, the Crusaders of Light is better. So I would definitely go with the Crusaders of Light guild system. Now, last but not least, let's talk about PvP. Now PvP is bad in both games. I will say it straight up. It's not good in any of the games. Bad ranking system, not very polished. They both have like gear-based arena. They also have like where gear doesn't matter, it's all on skill, but they're not active. I would say World of Kings is probably more active when it comes to arena because they have more population. But again, it's not like good PvP experience. Like I had some fun playing it, but it's all about like which class is strongest, who has the most stuns, and it's just like the ranking system. It's like they didn't care or focus about it because again, these games are all about PvE and PvE wise and PvE related, so they don't focus much on the PvP. It's just there for people that enjoy it. So in conclusion, if I'm going to be quick about it, which games I would prefer. So raiding, like I'm a raid player, I love raiding, so I would definitely prefer Crusaders of Light. And when it comes to raiding, unfortunately they don't have the population World of Kings have. World of Kings is more polished as a game and they have better character customization. However, Crusaders of Light does look better. It does have some fun events that used to be, they can't do them anymore, and they were really good with their events when they were coming out. So hopefully we will see like a Crusaders of Light Redemption or 2, because it's a really good game, and with a better engine I think it could be really good for mobile. Like it had insane promotion when it actually came out. So I hope this made it clear for you guys of which games to choose. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comments below. If you tell me which game you prefer of these two, and join my Discord if you haven't, then we can have a discussion there too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.